Hi, everybody. Book Bud Joe here, and today I have a book haul for you. So, I recently went on a trip to Florida to visit some family, had the best time, and of course, I had to hit up some bookstores. Now, my family's been living in Florida my entire life, so I would always go down every other summer for a vacation, and we would always go to Books a Million. And I was always so excited because I didn't have Books a Million up here in New York. So it's like, ooh, going to a whole new bookstore. So we hit up Books a Million and Barnes and Noble, and I think I got around 7 books that I flew home with. So excited. So let's get into it. Show you what I got. Um, the first one I got the. I'm into V.E. Schwab lately. Read Vicious and its follow up, and I saw these. I think these were in the YA section, but I try not to pay attention to that. This Savage Song and Our Dark Duet by V.E. Schwab. These looked great. This is a dark urban fantasy, and it seems like their city is like at war, and it's overrun with monsters. And we have August, a young man who happens to be a monster, and it says that he can steal your soul with a simple strain of music. Okay, what is this about? This sounds awesome. And then we have Kate, who I think is just like trying to like save the city, be a hero. And I was looking on Goodreads, and the author herself made some comments in a post underneath this book. I love when they do that. And I want to read you what she said. She said that this is Sin City plus Romeo and Juliet minus the romance. Thank God. There's nothing I can't stand more than a YA book with romance. Ugh, romance, romantasy, whatever you want to call it. No. Plus monsters. So that sounds awesome to me. Really excited to get into this. But what's even more awesome is that V.E. Schwab said it's dark and violent and existential. And the whole thing is inspired by a line from Vicious, which I just read. So the line from Vicious that inspired her to write these books is plenty of humans were monstrous, and plenty of monsters knew how to play at being human. I remember that line. I think Victor said it, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not sure. But anyway, I think it's so cool that she was inspired by her own work to write these 2 follow-up books. So I'm really excited to get into more V.E. Schwab. You know, I think I said this in a previous video that I haven't really heard about too many of her other books. It's always The Secret Life of Addie LaRue. These 2 I've never heard of. So when I saw them, I'm like, oh, I've never heard of these 2. So has anybody read these? I guess I will this year. Woohoo! Okay, V.E. Schwab. Next, we have a book that I have been noticing a lot of you guys talk about recently. It's called Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Okay, so this has been on my radar for a couple of weeks now. Like I said, watching some, I almost said Book Buds videos. Watching some of my Book Buds videos, yeah, that works. People recommending this one, so it's been on my list. So as I was in Barnes & Noble down in Florida, I saw this special edition. Now, why did I buy a special edition book of a book I haven't even read? By an author that I haven't even read before? I was on vacation, I was in a mood, and I was just very excited. So I got this amazing edition. Look at this. Oh my goodness, this hard case that it has, gorgeous, right? I don't know who this is. Okay. And then we have this, the back cover, and then the front cover. Wow. This looks so good. And the inside, the edges, look at the edges, beautiful colored edges. I mean, I saw this, I had to get it, even though I know nothing about this. The solar system. Gorgeous, right? You'd buy this too, right? Oh, yes. This is what is this? A pull-out poster, I think they said. Hold on, friends. Gotta show you. Yes. I mean, look at that. So cool. I'm a Barnes and Noble member, obviously. So it wasn't that much money. I took the sticker off, of course, but it wasn't like that much money. Um, Plus, I think I had some rewards. So all in all, I'm happy. All right, so we have Red Rising. So, love a good map. If there's a map in a book, I want to read it. Okay, so Red Rising. It's a color-coded caste system on Mars. Okay, and the Reds are the lowest of the low. And they are working day and night to make the surface of Mars livable for civilization, I guess. Turns out this one guy, I think his name is Jarrod. I'm doing all of this from memory from reading the summary. He finds out that the surface of Mars has been livable for years, and there are cities and civilizations built up on the other side of the planet already. And he and the rest of his Reds are just like slaves to the ruling caste. And he finds out and he's pissed. He's been working so hard for his future generations to have a good life for nothing because it's already been happening for generations. So I guess now he like gets all his Reds together and they have a revolution. That's my understanding of the summary. Sounds amazing, sounds great. And there are many of these books in this series. It goes on and on. There might be some trilogies. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into it too much, but I do know there are a lot of books. So, hey, if I don't like it, this is going to look beautiful on the shelf regardless. I'm sure I'm going to like it. Who likes this book? Who has read this book? Anybody? Can we talk about it? Make me feel a little bit better that I bought this amazing edition. Oh, looks so cool. I can't wait to get into it. Okay, next up we have a real nostalgic one for me. We have The Boxcar Children. But it's a special 100th anniversary edition. I couldn't pass this up. This is beautiful. It has an intro by Mary Pope Osborne, the author of the Magic Treehouse series, and it has some really, really cool additions in the back of the book, all about the author, who is Gertrude Chandler Warner. What a sophisticated name, right? Gertrude Chandler Warner. Wow, she sounds like the elite. So at the back, they have about Gertrude Chandler Warner, and they have a photograph album, and they have an open letter to children who ask how I happened to write The Boxcar Children. So there's some really cool additions here. We have this nice picture. Here's Gertrude. Look at her. That's cute. So I'm really excited. I'm in the bookstore. I'm browsing, and I see they have Boxcar Children, like a lot of the books. And then I see this one, and I'm like, I have to get this one. I just remember, I always remember the illustrations. It just has like such cute illustrations, kind of like in like shadow, right? There's no color. It's just like the black silhouette type all throughout the book. This is just such a nice keepsake. I have some Boxcar Children. I had the whole series as a kid, and then I gave them away, and then I regretted it. So I have like a few that I came across that were like free in the library, and I'm actually going to read them, or I'm probably this one for middle grade March. So I really want to get into this because this is just it's such a good book. So it's about 4 siblings who are now orphans, and they only have like a loaf of bread, a knife, and some other items to like help them survive. And they make a home for themselves in an abandoned boxcar. Hence the title, The Boxcar Children. And what I love about this is not a tragic story about, how they became orphans or that it's just such a difficult time to survive for them. It's really just about 4 siblings caring for one another. And it really is so wholesome, such a beautiful story. It has stuck with me all these years. The rest of the series, I think Gertrude wrote 18 books, and they go on to like kind of like solve mysteries, which is like really cute. Um, after she passed away, someone else like continued the series. There's a lot of books. There's a lot of books, well over 100, and like different like special mysteries. I don't know. There's so many. They're not the same though as the original. This is from 1924, and that's hard to replicate, right? I don't even think they try anymore. It's just like it is what it is. But I just love the nostalgia of it. I love the old-fashioned appeal that it has. That's just something that I look for. So I had to get this book, and I'm definitely going to read this for middle grade March. And this is the perfect one to read because it has all those extras. So, anybody else a fan of the Boxcar Children out there? Let me know. All right, these next two books are by the same author, an author that I've been loving lately, Neal Shusterman. He teams up with his son Jarrod for this one. This one is called Dry. And this is a dystopian novel. He always writes amazing dystopian concepts. Oh, I just love his books. So this is a story about a period of a drought. And there's a lot of rules around water. Don't fill up your pool. Don't take long showers. Don't water the lawn until one day the water runs dry. There's no water coming out of the faucet. And now this quiet suburban street turns into a war zone of desperation. So that sounds great. Something that he hasn't come out with yet. He has all these crazy books. Scythe, right? That's dystopian. Unwind. So good. But the water running out? Okay. This sounds like very Twilight Zone as well. I think there's an episode of the Twilight Zone like that. So I can't wait to get into this one, see how this is. He teamed up with his son, so that's got to be good. So I can't wait to get into this one. I hear some fans rave about this one, so I'm excited. And the last one is also by Neal Shusterman. I found this down there, and this is Mindworks. I've seen this a little bit on Neal's Instagram. I like these edges. See that face there? It's cool. So this is he says it's an uncanny compendium of short fiction by Neal Shusterman. Now, I'm not really big on short stories, but I figure by Neal Shusterman, they have to be good. What also drew me to buying this is that there's 2 chapters dedicated to the world of Scythe. So there's like some Scythe interviews in here, and there's another short story. So I definitely had to get it to complete my world of Scythe because I absolutely love that series. Right now, it's the top series for me by Neal Shusterman. So I wanted to pick this one up. So I wonder if any of these books appeal to any of you. Maybe you've read some. Let me know what you think. Did I make some good purchases? I'm really excited to get into some of these. My year of reading is looking a whole lot better. Even though, I mean, look behind me, and there's a lot of books over there. Did I need these? No. And you know what? It was so funny because I was in Florida. I was so excited to go to these bookstores. I'm like, I have these bookstores at home. Why am I so excited? Because it was just in a new location. I don't know, but I was just like, I don't care if I have to pack all these into my suitcase and pay extra. I don't care. Could I have waited and bought them at home? Yeah, but that's boring. Could I have waited and got them from the library? Yeah, but I was willing to spend the money that I brought on my trip. So I needed to spend the money. And I think I made good purchases. So again, very excited. Let me know if you know any of these books. And if you're enjoying what you saw here today, please like, share, and subscribe. And last, but certainly not least, thank you for visiting Book Buds!
Whoa, doesn't Joe have cool books?
Microphone checker, microphone checker, microphone checker. I just sit it right there. Can you hear it if you sit it right there, 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 right there. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.